welcome live from the APEC. I am JunkYard Rat. This is a JunkYard Rat show. And all the way from Arizona, we got Keely Wolf. How you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. How you doing, Keely?
I'm doing pretty good. Almost finished with my full recovery, but I'm doing better.
Yeah, you broke your leg?
I broke my ankle, but yeah, I broke a leg and
Uh,
I don't recommend it to my other performers anymore.
you were you were skating when you broke your ankle, or
Yes, I was at the skate park and I actually did it on a scooter, so that makes it a little more lame.
was it
It's
an
like,
electric scooter?
nope, just a regular handlebar scooter down a half ramp, and I had never ridden before. It was my first time inside of a skate park, my first time on a scooter, my first time on a half ramp, and I thought I was going to be cool and impressive. Nope, not anymore. You don't bounce back at the age of 25.
You're only 25, but were you trying to impress somebody, or what?
The funniest thing is I've been with him for 2 years now, but I thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, if I can do what he can do, it'll be cool. We'll have like a hobby to share. I should have started very, very slowly, especially with things on wheels. I don't do well on them. I don't have balance whatsoever.
Yeah, neither do I. I couldn't picture you skating for some reason. That's why I was like, what do you mean you're on a skate?
You're like, and this is what you chose to do for your first time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, that's what I chose to do for the first time.
Was it your first broken bone, or
Yeah, first broken bone, first ambulance trip, first ER trip, first time under. I had morphine, fentanyl,
you
and
got fentanyl? You-
it was terrible. They couldn't find a vein because they were trying to give me, like a high powered painkiller because it dislocated and fractured in three places.
Damn.
So I had to snort fentanyl and morphine at the same time before they picked me up in like this giant garbage bag. It looks like an IKEA bag that they wrap you up in to get you on the gurney to leave. And yeah, I still remember screaming my ugh. I screamed my ears off when they had to rotate me from one side to the other because it just flopped. There, and snorting it does not have the same effect as injecting it.
I don't know. I've never injected fentanyl. Or, I don't. I never snorted fentanyl. I'm not even. How much fentanyl did they give you?
Um, like just enough to like ease the pain, and obviously when you've never done it before, and I'm a lightweight, and I'm a big girl, but I'm a lightweight. I'll take two hits off of a joint, and I'm high. So, they thought that it was working because I was making jokes. And I told them, no, this is a trauma response. I need more drugs right now.
Yeah.
And they have so much tea because fire and rescue had gotten me in their ambulance. And when they saw that, like, I had track marks by the time that I made it to the ER with them poking and prodding, trying to find a vein. And they're like, fire and rescue. And I was like, you guys got tea against each other? Yes, tell me now.
Yeah, because when they make me like take out blood for tests, they can't find my veins either on my arm.
They had to use an ultrasound when I
Really?
went to get surgery. They had to use an ultrasound in order to get me the fluids and stuff. And I was like, there's no way that they're that deep. Like, come on. Like, I don't have chubby arms, and most of them had become muscle by the time I went in for surgery from the crutches.
That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard to find a vein. Like one time they just used my finger. That's why I don't give blood because one time I gave blood, I couldn't move my arm the next day.
Well, I was frustrated that they couldn't find it because I was regularly donating plasma to, make that weed money. I was saving lives, okay? Saving lives and saving the people around me,
Do they still
okay?
pay you for plasma? Or do they pay you for that? Or
Yeah, they do pay you for plasma donation.
how
There
much?
is big money in plasma.
How much do they pay for plasma these days?
For the first couple, like if for the first 4 weeks, if you donate twice, you can make up to $800 in a month.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
When I was in college, it was like $25. Like,
they have found more ways for plasma to be used in different medications. Like breathing treatments use plasma, blood thinners use plasma, diabetics use plasma. There's just so many medications that need plasma now, and it's becoming readily on a like not a lot of people donate, not because they a lot of times they can't because you have to meet all of these requirements. Like if your blood pressure's just a little bit over, they won't let you donate.
so how long are you in bed for? You gotta stay in.
Oh no, I've been starting to walk now just a little bit. I'm slowly putting weight on it, but today I am 9 weeks post op, so they're hoping at least by 12 weeks that I'll be fully like I won't be looking the best walking, but I won't need any of the crutches or cane or anything. They're hoping that I can start walking in a boot by then.
You're gonna be back on the skateboard, back
Oh
on
no,
back on the
absolutely not.
scooter. Do they got video of that? Or I know it's
It's hard.
crazy to ask, but
It's harder. It's hard enough to get on stage now, let alone me. Yeah, no.
yeah, I
I
had
would
a
like
bro.
to stay
Yeah,
intact now.
yeah. Do you have a scooter you use to get around, or
Yeah, I have a little leg scooter. I don't use it very often, especially if the distance isn't super long, just because it's a pain in the ass to break down, put it in the car, and then put it back together. It's just a lot. And my arms have gotten so strong. I don't even need an arm workout anymore. The rest of my body's working its ass off for this one leg.
so do you like sit down on stage, or
It depends how long my set is. Typically, if it's over 5 minutes, I'll definitely ask for a chair because it really does start to hurt my hips. Um, Trying to balance on one leg still because I can't put all of my weight on my leg yet.
you think it's different just sitting on a chair and doing stand up than just standing up?
Absolutely. I feel like it gives people more of a focal point. I actually recommend comedians not to pace around. I understand being exuberant and using your hands and getting your point across, but I don't think you need to be running around the stage trying to tell jokes because it's it's hard to stay focused when things are running around. And I know what my audience is full of stoners and ADHDers, so I'm gonna partake in them. I'm like, nah, I'm a lazy ADHDer. My brain's racing, but my body's not gonna be doing that.
That's cool. So when was the last time you got on stage? Like, you've been on lately,
This
haven't you?
last
Or
Thursday, I
Thursday?
was in a competition this last Thursday.
How did you do? Did you win? Or
I didn't get through to the next stage. But that's okay. My set was strong. I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time. Um, got several applause breaks. I can't be mad about not going through, especially when it's has a judging panel. You know,
oh, it
I'm
has
not.
a, it's
Yeah,
judges. It's not just the audience voting and
they
stuff.
have the audience vote,
Uh-huh.
which, obviously the people are going to vote for the people they brought, but they have 5 choices out of 15 comics on every lineup. And I think they should reduce it to 3 choices and still have a top 5, like whoever was next in line of the votes and everything. But I just think that's too many options to give people.
Do you do a lot
And
of contests? Or?
it felt like it mattered where you were on the lineup, because if you were like, I was third in the lineup, and that made it very frustrating because everybody that went through was like the middle to last. So I don't know if that made the audience remember them better, or like, hey, I remember them because they were closer to the ending. But because a lot of people's attention span is not that long, especially when you're going through 5 minute sets of 15 comedians. It's a lot.
Yeah, I did a contest one time, and some audience member told me I was really funny in the bathroom. And I
Yeah.
asked him, "Did you vote for me?" He said, "Nah." You know, I think those are like bringer contests. Like, usually the
And they
people who bring the
typically
most.
are.
Yeah. Did you bring a lot of people or?
No, I have another show that I'm promoting this week that I need a lot more people to come to because I'm actually getting paid for it.
Is it the
So,
improv or are you doing the
um,
improv soon or?
yeah, that's the one that's coming up on Wednesday, the Tempe Improv.
That's cool. How long are you doing?
I'm doing 7 minutes. I'm opening for the show. So, that's where I'm at right now, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's pretty
opening and I'm
good.
getting paid. I like it.
Do you like contests or do you do a lot of them?
I don't do a lot of them. I try and do the local ones that like they're free to enter. There there's no foul in it for me because I'm like, it's just another time for me to promote myself, get stage time, get more people to follow me. I'm able to sell my merch at a lot of these competitions because a lot of times the audience does really enjoy me, and I've made some really loyal followers. I know a lot of people are like, I want to just blow up on social media, but I want loyal people. I like the people that continue to support me, not just because they saw one video of mine and they decided to follow. I would rather them enjoy all of my content.
What kind of merchandise do you got?
Currently, I have some stickers. I'm working on some t-shirts. It's just the fact of financial stability right now, making it the most sound thing to do
How much you sell
because,
stickers for?
huh?
How much are the stickers?
I'm currently selling them for $5 because half of the profits go to domestic violence research or awareness, I should say.
How about the t-shirts? Is it gonna have your name or?
It's gonna have my logo, the Killer Keeley with the microphone and the knife through it, and that'll probably be what I'm gonna be doing.
What do you
But I want to do more paid shows before I start doing more into the merch because I see so many people invest in the merch, but then they're not having the high level shows.
Yeah, it's hard to get people to buy t-shirts, you
Hmm.
know.
And it's a lot easier for me to sell stickers. A lot of times, if they bought a ticket to my show, I'm like, hey, here's a sticker, like, thanks for supporting me. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah. Like how long have you been selling stickers?
How long have I been? Probably I started about 6 months into my career when I started selling stickers. And
That's
then my logo had changed because I wanted something to fit more of my name because my old logo had a kiwi on it and it just said fuck you for coming. That's my tagline that I say at the end of every show. But I changed it to the newest logo with the knife and the mic and have Killer Keeley across
so
it.
where were you for Halloween? Did you dress up or?
No, I didn't dress up for Halloween. I did an online mic with a couple of friends and just kind of hung out at home.
Oh
It
yeah.
was a Tuesday night. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I think back in high school, I I think I got kicked in the knee playing soccer on Halloween and I couldn't go out, but every year I plan on dressing up, but I don't even dress up.
It's
Do you dress
I
up at all? Or?
not really anymore. I have a son, so most of my like decorating and different things for that are for him. They're not really for me anymore. I'm an adult. I don't need all that stuff anymore.
But you couldn't take your son trick or treating, could you? Or because of your leg? So did your son go
Uh,
trick or treating? Or
there's not a lot. I actually like. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, screw those trunk or treats. I love trunk or treats. I love the community. They got food out there. They have a bunch of trunks decorated. It's low key enough for me to enjoy it. It's not so much stimulation. There's less walking because children always complain. They're like, I'm tired, I'm tired. And the thing with trunk or treats, you kind of just go around a parking lot and that's it. It's nice.
what are trunk or treats?
Oh, you don't know what a trunk or treat is? Oh my
No, I'm
goodness. I love
51. I'm 51. I was trick or
so
treating back in the 80s and stuff.
I get it. Yeah, it's kind of a new thing, I guess. I grew up LDS, so that's where I learned it from.
Oh, you're a
But a lot of
Mormon or
church or huh?
LDS? That's Mormon or?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I grew up that way, and that's how I know about trunk or treats. But a lot of church organizations and a lot of community is starting to do it now. But you just go in a parking lot, and typically there's a church building in front of it or another building or something. But you go in the parking lot, and you get to park your car, and your trunk is typically decorated, and you pass out candy to the kids while they walk around all of the cars and see all the trunks. And there's typically great food, a chili contest, cornbread contest. I don't know. They got a contest for every food that they got on their tables.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, I love them. They're
Here,
so much better.
here they
The
take the
kids
kids
aren't
to
as
the rich
tired,
areas. They take them to
and they
the
don't have them on school nights.
on school
That's the
night.
other problem.
Oh yeah.
Because I
Here,
know it only happens like every 6 years that it ends up on a school night. But at least on Trunk or Treat, they'll do it like the weekend before Halloween. And I'm like, yeah, the kids can have as much candy as they want, stay up as late as they want, enjoy themselves. It's easier for the parents.
one of my friends, he uses the same costume every year. It's like a it's a breathalyzer, and
Oh, okay.
he has like a stick near his genital area, right?
Oh my
And I
goodness.
started playing with it, and now he refuses to wear it when I'm around. He won't put it on because he said he doesn't like me playing with his stick or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't want that type of blowjob.
I
Goodness
know
me.
it's like, but I mean, it's clever having one costume. You just wear it every year, you know. You save money, but you can't gain weight, right? I mean, you got to make sure you can put it on and stuff.
No, I'm not for it.
No, you're not.
I dress like I'm comfortable. That's how I
Yeah,
dress.
that's what happens when you get injured. You stop caring about wearing high heels and all
Oh, I'm
that
never
stuff.
gonna wear high heels again. No.
Yeah, I still can't believe you were on a scooter in a skate park. Like, that's just crazy.
Uh,
Were you like
no,
smoking good weed, or was it the weed, or what made you decide, hey, I can do that?
I. It's because he was trying to teach a young boy how to do it. Like, one of my old friends had her son come with us because he wanted to go to the skate park, and I was like, okay, my man likes to go to the skate park in scooters. They both had scooters, and the kid had been warming up with him for a little while, doing the ramps and different stuff. And then he was teaching him how to do the ramp. And I thought, well, I'm like, hey, don't see an experienced person do it. You won't be able to do it if someone experienced knows how to do it. So I was like, see, if I'm not scared, you can do it. Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's good to have fear. Fear keeps you alive and
Yeah,
less
I mean,
broken.
I didn't even know you could use a scooter at a skate park. Like, I don't go to a skate park, so I don't know what you can do down there. But yeah,
Pretty much anything on wheels. They don't care. Mm-mm.
I know a comedian who sells he sells lighters. He has like lighters with his name on it, and
Yeah.
he sells that at shows. That's something else you could think about and stuff.
I looked into that, so I had gotten a bunch of lighter wraps, and I still have them of my old logo, which I need to just slowly start giving them out and be like, here, I don't need these anymore. They're not me anymore. But I had done that, and then I had bought a 50 pack of lighters, and none of them worked.
None of the lighters worked.
Nope. So I was
Damn.
like, not gonna waste my time. I would rather make it'd be cool to get like blunt wraps or something, or joint wraps of the logo or something. I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know where you could get that done though. That's a good idea.
because I do a lot of 420 shows. That's where my shirt's from, Pink Kush. I just did a show with them.
I believe it. Yeah, I mean, what Arizona like it's legal out there now, isn't it? Or
Oh
no?
yeah, it was the greatest.
Do they have dispensaries nearby or?
Oh yeah, I got one maybe 2 miles away from me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got like five, a couple blocks from where we're at. We're actually 2 blocks from Twitter headquarters.
Okay.
Do you come to the Bay Area at all or?
Not very often. I only traveled to California 3 times last year, which I know they're like, wow, that's a lot of times, but
You probably went to LA or you go
yeah,
to
I did
LA?
LA. I did LA twice, and then I did Lake Lesanor uh, the other time.
Yeah, that's like near Anaheim. That's in Orange County, yeah. Like near Disneyland. Yeah, that's pretty good and stuff. Yeah, there's
I'm
like
hoping to at least be traveling again by next year.
yeah, but you can't even drive or is it your other leg or
Nope, it's my right, and
oh,
it was the right leg, but the wrong one at the same time.
you can use your left leg to drive, right? I mean, if you work hard, you need to get one of those British cars where they got the they got the steering wheel on the other side. So,
Yeah, but the pedals are still the same way.
oh, that's true. There's got to be a way for you to drive. I mean,
I promise soon. I'm okay with being a passenger princess right now, though.
yeah. Out here they got these Waymo cars. They're like they're stuff.
Hmm.
They're cars that don't have any drivers. Like
Jeez.
it's like Uber
It's
or
just
Lyft with no
so,
drivers, huh?
it's just so expensive to do anything, though.
It is expensive. I mean, but San
Sure.
Francisco's an expensive city. Yeah, like it's expensive to go anywhere in this town. Like there's a big
And I
convention
wonder
out
why
here.
everybody's stuck indoors.
Yeah.
As soon as you step outside, you're paying $100.
Yeah, I mean, but in Arizona, this is like your good this is like 70-degree weather for you, isn't it? Or
Oh yeah, it's beautiful weather right now. I think our highs are still like in the 70s. I think that's what we had today. Let me check.
yeah. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like a big convention out here actually. The President Biden's
we
coming
still
here.
get 85 degrees for our high.
85 degrees, damn.
Yeah.
No wonder you were out there in the skate park. You,
I wasn't outside. It was an indoor skate
it
park.
wasn't it. They got indoor skate parks. Well, of
Oh yeah.
course, you live in 110-degree weather, so
Of course you need an indoor skate park in Arizona.
I don't even realize they had indoors. Is it funner to be indoor skate parks? I mean, is it
I mean,
easier to do tricks or?
um, probably. I mean, It's the difference of layout, I guess, because some of them are wood, some of them are cement. It
But
just depends.
there's no soft surfaces to land. I mean,
No.
like
I
they don't have anywhere in case you mess up to like they should have like a
mean, unless you're
cushion.
like in those X games where they're doing stuff with the BMX bikes and stuff like that, where they have like the blow up ramp thing, but
Yeah.
still, you can get hurt landing on that wrong. It's all
I
about landing. It doesn't matter what you're landing on, it's how you're landing on it.
I watch that all the time. I used to have a mongoose bike, a mongoose BMX bike. In the 80s when I was a kid, the BMX bikes were huge.
Mm,
Everybody had one and stuff. Yeah. I knew somebody who used to race with one of them, but it's
yeah.
like I think he turned to scooters. But yeah, that's like crazy and stuff. Now you make me want to go out and skate park.
No, you don't.
Did you have insurance at least, or
I have insurance, thankfully.
you didn't do this without insurance? I mean,
No, of
that's
course not.
real
I would,
crazy.
and here's my sponsorship. Thank you to all my taxpayers for allowing me to continue doing dumb shit.
You know, you're only 25. You're supposed to do dumb shit. Or
Exactly.
25.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what happens when you go through a quarter life
I
crisis.
don't know. You probably it's either college or breaking your leg. One or the other.
And one is way funner.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have some fentanyl. Th- There's like fentanyl all over the place out here. Where in San
Oh
Francisco,
yeah.
there's people doing fentanyl everywhere.
Well, they're lacing it with, they're lacing coke with it. They're lacing everything with it, and it's deadly.
Yeah,
It's fatal.
I knew somebody who used to sell fentanyl strips where if you have cocaine, you can
Mhm.
test it out to see if it has fentanyl. But
And that's when you should look and see if you might have a problem.
yeah,
If you're testing your drugs to make sure that they're safe,
yeah,
you might have a problem.
she was selling it to bar owners too, which is real crazy. Like, but
I mean, what
yeah, it's
bar
like
owner isn't coked out of their mind, though?
no, but these clubs. I mean, these clubs they
Hmm.
turn into like, I mean, we're talking about people doing ecstasy. It could be an
All the time.
ecstasy. There's all kinds of party drugs where people are
Mhm.
Percocet. They don't know any difference. They're like, you could be doing acid and there's fentanyl in it. I asked her if she thinks marijuana is going to have fentanyl, but she said that it doesn't matter if it did because the compound, I don't know what she was talking about. But
That's
yeah, I was like,
other thing that you don't buy on the street is things like cartridges, dabs, anything that is in oil, because it's easier. You can't do flour. Still pretty safe. You can get spiced. That's what
yeah,
happened when I first had marijuana. I got spiced.
you got spice? How did that feel like? What?
Oh, I almost called my mom and cried my eyes out thinking that I was going to unalive.
Oh yeah. How much did you smoke?
It was my first time, and I think I only took 2 hits, and I leaped over a brick wall and ran home, and that was the end of that story.
Did you know you were smoking spice? Or,
Oh
like,
no, I had no idea. And then someone's like, nobody normally gets that reaction with just THC. And
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
never.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, obvious. Like, I don't have those feelings now.
yeah. That is crazy. Somebody in my high school, they gave him PCP in a cigarette. They
Oh.
didn't tell him. Like he like freaked out and stuff. In fact, somebody in my high school had a balloon, and he used to sell whippets. You could buy like whippets for like $10. People
Oh
were
my.
just sitting there with a balloon out on the bench. That was in the 80s and 90s. People with a
Man,
big ass
unless he
balloon.
could make it into balloon animals, I wouldn't be impressed.
Oh yeah, balloon animals. Those are funner. But yeah, like with all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I go to a sesh. It's like a farmer's market for weed, but the vendors aren't registered. They're not licensed because it takes a lot of money to register. And yeah, they got all kinds of vapes and stuff, and even DMT. They sell DMT. And yeah, I don't like fooling around with the vapes because I'm like, what the hell is in this stuff, Like, what do they put in it, It's crazy.
I feel safer if I go to a specific dispensary, but outside of that, nope.
Yeah, the dispensaries are really expensive out here. The taxes are crazy and stuff.
And remember, they're helping our children.
Yeah, they always say that, they're helping the schools, but that money never goes to the schools. In fact, they're losing money out here because people are just buying it from their friends again, or they're growing it themselves.
It's
Cigarettes
cheaper.
are like $15 a pack now, and like at these weed sessions I go to, the only thing that's illegal are the menthol cigarettes. Menthol cigarettes are illegal in California now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they made that illegal. It's like, and they're gonna do that to vaping stuff. They don't want any weed vapes that are flavored. Next year, they're gonna make all the because of the kids. They think the kids are gonna They think the kids are gonna get their hands on this stuff. Like,
Yeah,
why?
the same way we put it in our Halloween candy. No kid is that cool to me that I would share my stuff with them.
Yeah, one of my friends, he left some edible around, and his granddaughter, I think she ate it, and he was kind of freaked out. But yeah, it's like, so they're high for a while. They just don't tell the parents, don't tell the parents. Like
The
they,
hardest thing with edibles is the lasting effects can be like 24 hours.
yeah, what I do is I put it like the gummies, I put it in tea. I try and melt it, try and
Uh,
separate it.
yeah.
But yeah, some of that stuff you could be like high, you could wake up high the next day. Yeah, that's happened to me I think a couple weeks ago. I was at a sesh, and I was like, I was vaping something, and I got home, and my mom's looking at me, and I was like totally gone. Like, I was like freaking out. Like, I was like, what am I doing? I gotta quit weed. Yeah, when you get to that level where you just have so much, and you can do it in a hurry too, especially
Oh,
with edibles or drink it. You drink it, uh, everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
it's amazing what we have created in a short period of time.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I mean, I got cousins in South America and Chile, and they assume that marijuana was legal in America. They don't
Oh,
realize that it's not like that. The whole country's not legal. Yeah.
yeah.
The trouble with the California marijuana laws, our governor now, Gavin Newsom, he's in the alcohol business. So, of course, this guy decided to write the bill. And the thing is, they won't even let you have anything for free. Like before with the medical marijuana card, you could show up on your birthday, they'll give you an eighth for free, right? But
Yeah.
they made it illegal to give out free stuff, you know? I mean,
That's lame.
who,
I'd be
who
traveling to Arizona for my birthday then. Come
yeah,
on over here.
I mean, who comes up with something like that? I mean, who in their right mind says like we gotta make sure they can't give out any free stuff? We went from being friends to like it turned into McDonald's. We were just customers at one point. Like you can't be here unless you're buying something. Before it's like, hey, everybody loves you. It's like being in Cheers. Everybody knew you. Everybody was cool. And then it was like, no, bye, 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 bye. I was like, oh.
You just need to come here. It's still like that, I promise.
Yeah, so how far are you from the border? Are you near the Mexican border or
Um, let's see. I'm I'm about 4 hours away.
what about Vegas? How far are you from Vegas?
About five.
5 hours?
I'm like right in the middle.
So are you actually in Phoenix or
No, I'm in East Mesa, but Phoenix resident.
wait, Mesa's like the temperatures are better, aren't they? Or are they lower? No?
No. We're
No?
still in the valley, unfortunately,
So for like 6 months out of the year, it's hitting like
or more.
more than that. It's hitting like 100
Like
degrees.
I said, our highs today are still 85.
That's not bad. I wish 85 is a good temperature, you know.
Oh no, it's a great temperature. You don't have to like get all bundled up or anything. You still
Yeah.
get to go outside with shorts and a t-shirt and enjoy yourself. But
Do you even own a jacket or do you have a
very,
jacket?
I think I have one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. So how are you writing jokes every day? How do you write jokes?
I would probably say, yeah, I probably write at least every day. Not like, oh, I'm sticking down in my pen and paper writing. It's more or less like when something pops up, like in a conversation, I'll write it down. Or something pops up and I'll write it down. That's where a lot of my statuses come from. When I make post or something, it's just like a silly little idea that I thought about in the moment.
Yeah, like I went to a pizza place Friday and
Mm-hmm.
like down there and the first time I went to that place it was like you bought a slice and the woman called me honey, right? But every time after that she didn't call me honey. And it's like that tension, you know. I'm like, is she gonna call me honey or not, you know? And it's upsetting to me, like, why can't she call me honey? But I was there Friday and suddenly a bunch of people in line ran to their motorcycles. They had like the motocross, like 10 of them, and everybody's like, what's going on? And suddenly 10 police show up walking and they got in line to buy pizza.
Huh.
They I guess they must have not had licenses or something. Do they do that in Arizona? Is there a bunch of people with motocrosses going driving around the streets and stuff?
I know that we have a couple ride-alongs, especially with a Harley Davidson. That's kind of all the ones that I know about personally. I don't see too many groups ride out. Um, Closer to like the springtime, they usually come out, but very rarely do we see motorcycles out here because the temperatures.
That's true. I never really thought about that.
Oh yeah, when I see them out riding in July and that's their only form of transportation, I would have rented a car by now
Yeah.
if I was one of them.
It was weird because there's like a big convention and Biden's coming, but they brought out a bunch of police. Some of the police are bigger than me. And I'm like, do they allow police officers that are really fat? Like, I'm not making fun of anybody, but you know, I'm like, how do they have fat police officers and stuff?
I don't know if it's so much, sometimes it's the title that they have. Not all of them do the same work, but also sometimes they might have ranked up in time and became a chief and they tell the orders and stuff, and that could be it. But sometimes it's the whole group because not all officers are out on the field.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like one of my cousins came down for this business, the conference, because she works in the government in South America in Chile, and my friend assumed that she was a male. Like my cousin who works in the government couldn't be female. I was really offended by that, you know. Why can't my female cousin be successful, you know?
It's true. I get it. I get it.
I did that joke on Friday. People didn't laugh. They didn't think that was funny. They didn't think that
It's a
was funny at
great
all.
premise, but I didn't hear the punchline.
Well, there was no punchline. It was the fact that this guy thought that my cousin was male because she works for the government. But yeah,
Oh, and I gotcha. Okay.
it's just a bad comment. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
The
That's
one,
why I don't get harassed anymore. I look like a man from behind now.
oh, do you really like?
I have no hair.
Oh yeah, you have really short hair.
I have short hair. I'm built like a quarterback.
But is that because of the heat you got short hair? Or did you always have short hair?
No. Last year in November, like beginning of December, I cut it off. But I had like hair down to my shoulders, but it was, I'm trying to get it to thicken out because I had damaged my hair for so many years that it was just so thin at the ends, and now my hair is like super thick. And
Yeah, mine
oh,
too.
I'm growing it out now, but it looks ridiculous growing out, not gonna lie.
I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair in my head. In fact, I don't
Yeah.
have much hair on my legs and arms, but I have a lot of it in my hair. And it's like when I don't cut my hair in a couple months, it just like it like looks huge and stuff. But in my
Yeah.
doppelganger, I have it like my doppelganger's got long hair. I've
Mhm.
never had long hair, and people are offended by that. They don't like the fact that I have a doppelganger that like doesn't look like me. They're offended by that. They think
Like
you're,
one of you either needs to cut it or grow it. Figure it out.
yeah. I don't know why you gotta choose a doppelganger that looks like you, right?
Yeah.
it's not like it's a different race. I didn't pick an Asian doppelganger, you know. But people are like, it doesn't even look like you. That's offensive. I'm like, there's nothing offensive by it. It's just a damn cartoon, you know? It's not a
Yeah.
big deal. Do you have a doppelganger?
Like on a cartoon or like in real life.
No, like in Facebook, you know in Facebook you have a little person that looks like you when you post something. You can choose
Oh, the
what are
little
those things
little
called?
emoji.
Avatars.
Oh, the avatar. Yeah, the avatar. I have an
Yeah.
avatar with long hair, and they're like, that doesn't
Oh,
even look like you know?
I got you now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my avatar looks like me. I don't use it very often.
I put it everywhere. I'm like, whatever.
I use it when I'm doing like copyright posts so that like people are I I don't mind them sharing my jokes, but a lot of times they'll just end up um, saving or screenshotting the post instead of sharing it. They'll just do that instead. So that's what I usually do for my jokes, but like for questions and stuff, not really.
Do you film all your sets, or do you
I
film?
try to, especially if I'm in a club. Sometimes if I'm in a bar setting, I won't just because the lighting's off and it's not always worth it. Sometimes you're like, all right, I'm gonna BS this set anyways. Sometimes it ends up just being one of those shows where you're like, well, I'm performing to five really awesome people and I can only try my best, but three of them are watching the World Series right now, and two of them believe that somehow the Suns are going to win this year. Some BS like that.
Yeah,
So,
Arizona was in the World Series. Were you watching it? Arizona made
yeah,
it. You guys,
yeah, we got the Diamondbacks in the World Series. We didn't win, but we made it.
yeah, you lost. I think, didn't you guys win like 15, 20 years ago? You won the World Series, or you must have
I
been a
think we were
kid.
just in it. I don't think we've ever actually
No,
won
I
it.
think years ago you guys, maybe like 20 years ago you might have won the Arizona won
I
the
think in
World
like
Series.
2001 we won it, I think.
Yeah, it
But
was way back then.
oh yeah.
I remember
And now we
that.
have a super young
Yeah.
team.
Do you go to sporting events or do you go to the Suns games?
Nah, Uh, if it's gonna be on my TV, why am I gonna pay to see it?
I don't know. It's just fun being there, you know. I went to a Warriors game last year. It was really fun.
I've been to a couple games. I don't quite understand them. My man was just excited that I knew what a rebound was,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, I'm winning."
Well,
But
I
yeah, I barely know what a touchdown is in football.
well,
All I know is big number mean good. That's it.
a touchdown. I think a touchdown is when they
It's
get the
7
ball.
points.
Yeah, no, it's 6 points, and
It's
then
6.
it's six. They kick 1 point. It's either they can go for 1 or 2 points. They either
You
kick.
either go for 1 or 3, and it's a conversion.
Yeah.
Don't try to explain it to me. I'm not there.
I don't know. Football's complicated. Like I've been watching it for years, but I didn't even play tackle football. I actually played flag football when I was in junior high. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the Olympic team. Like I heard flag football is going to be in the Olympics, and I'm like, guess.
Special Olympics, but
Well, no,
I believe in you.
well, yeah, I could be in the Special Olympics. You know, like I could
Me
be.
too. I'm there with you.
You too. You could be in the Special Olympics. Yeah. I
Half of
mean,
my family. I have frontal lobotomies in my family. I will definitely make it in the Special
that's what I'm
Olympics.
saying. I don't even know how to get into the Special Olympics. I think everybody qualifies for that. What event would you
We
do in
don't
the
qualify now.
what event would you do in the Special Olympics?
Probably swimming.
Swimming?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Probably maybe like ping pong. I would do ping pong or something. Something I
No,
don't have to move. Is it like maybe
nah,
chess?
man. It's all about dodgeball.
Dodgeball's hard, yeah.
It'd be so awesome if dodgeball was actually in the Olympics.
I
That'd
might
be
be.
so cool.
They choose all kinds of weird sports, you know. Like in 4 years, the Olympics is gonna be in LA. They're gonna
Oh
be
wow.
in LA and stuff.
Hmm.
I guess the Super Bowl was in Arizona last year. Wasn't
I'm
the
pretty
Super?
sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So how long you been doing comedy for like a couple of years or
It'll be 2 years in April.
do you know your exact date or?
April 20th, 2022.
Well, of course you're not gonna forget April 20th. You know, like your first show was on your first show was on 420.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Of course you're gonna
And
remember.
I didn't plan it that way.
It just happened, or
Yeah. I just signed up for an open mic, not really thinking about it. I've only just become a stoner since the pandemic had
yeah.
ended.
You want,
So, and I didn't know anything about comedy and weed being together. I didn't realize that they were the best relationship I've ever been in. But
in the pandemic in Arizona, stuff didn't shut down that
didn't
much.
exist.
What? It didn't exist, did it? Or
I don't think so. Everyone was fighting the mask laws. They're like, fuck you, people. And then half the time, if workers weren't around, we were putting it below our nose. And
yeah, like I ride the metro, the BART over here. It's like a metro. It goes
Mhm.
all over the Bay Area, and they used to make us wear masks. And I almost bought a Halloween mask. You know, I was gonna, but
I
yeah,
would,
I would always put it under my nose. Like I would do all these things. Or one time I put a hole in my mask, and I was like vaping. I would wear the mask, but I would like be vaping on top of it. You know. But
jeez.
yeah, like the whole mask thing. I never thought the mask did anything at all. Like they
They're not going to, especially if it's an airborne sickness.
yeah.
Air is gonna be in the air? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I know that spit can travel, but I'm like, if it's an airborne illness, it's not gonna just be in our saliva.
No, that's crazy. You think they're gonna bring back the mask? They're trying to. But I don't
They're
think
gonna,
people aren't
yeah.
gonna wear it. My mom's had like 6 vaccine shots. Like, how do you, how you end up with 6 vaccine shots? Like every year, she gets a booster. I'm like, I mean, how the hell you
I'm
got
like,
that?
I understand. Like the flu shot, they have a booster shot, but honestly, yes, I believe in vaccinations. I vaccinated my son. I was vaccinated as a child. Okay, whatever, I'm on the spectrum. So is a lot of people. Unfortunately, these people don't understand that it's genetic and we're just finding that out. But I just don't think you need to inject yourself that often.
Nah, I was
I'm
kind of
like, for a
surprised.
booster, they typically, even with the flu booster, I think they said that it lasts like 3 years or something like that. Like, you should only get a flu shot every 5 to 10 years, they said.
I thought it was every year. Every year they try and convince me to get a flu shot. I like, my doctor got me one last time, but I don't even like, I vaccinated. I have a lot of vaccines, the polio. I mean, I
Yeah.
got the regular vaccines too. And I did the COVID a couple times, but I stopped like at 3. As soon as you could go into a movie theater without the COVID card, I just said enough of the vaccines. I'm not
They
doing it.
asked for a card to go into the movies?
You had to have a card that showed you got vaccinated. Yeah. Out
What
here,
the
you,
hell?
you couldn't go into movie theaters. You couldn't go
I
to
don't know who
restaurants.
your governor was,
Well,
but they sound like the craziest crackhead I've
you're gonna
ever.
find out who the governor is. He's he's gonna run for president. Gavin Newsom. We keep hearing rumors that Biden isn't gonna run, and our governor, Gavin Newsom, who kind of looks like the Joker in a way. You must know. You never seen Gavin Newsom? Yeah, Gavin is popular. He was in China. He used to be a mayor of San
Hidden
Francisco.
from the world because I don't want to see it.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, he did. He's connected to the Getty family on top of it, but yeah, he's gonna run for president. But yeah, you couldn't go to a movie theater without a vaccine card. They actually, they even barely checked. They were like, they just wanted to show that you had one. I think I still got mine in
Yeah,
my
isn't
wallet.
that why they were making like a bunch of those like false cards or something? Like, here's
Yeah,
the ID or something where I have a fake vaccine card and a fake ID.
people were
Why?
getting fired for not having the vaccine out here. People got fired. Your job could require you to have one. Yeah, it's
To do that with my mom in healthcare. They were trying to get everybody and their dog to do it. And half the time they were getting worse.
yeah. It made no sense, like, and I don't even think COVID is that. I think that is it the SRV or there's another one that goes around now. The uh,
RSV.
RSV. The RSV
Yeah.
is another like thing they're trying to get you vaccinated on now and stuff.
Hmm.
Is that your bed you're sitting on or?
Of course it is. That was my bootay. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. You gotta send me some stickers.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
We'll put them up. We have a wall of stickers over here.
Doesn't every California pillar have some?
Yeah. We
I haven't
love.
gone through a single stoplight in California that did not have stickers or graffiti on it.
Yeah, it's true. There's graffiti everywhere and stuff. To the point where I Google graffiti just to see who the hell's doing that kind of thing. I thought about doing graffiti. Have you ever done graffiti at all or?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not that type of artist. I've done chalk paint, if that counts.
Well, chalk isn't graffiti. I mean, there's there's people that like they super glue themselves to the streets to protest. They do that kind of stuff.
I'm just, I'm so confused by the world.
Because California is a crazy place. Like,
Well, I know that California is crazy. That's not the only place that's crazy.
yeah. Have
Because we
you
have our own mess of people here. Trust
have you ever thought about moving to LA? Is that your Are you gonna move out here eventually or
me. No, I
no,
don't
not
care how
even for
famous I get.
comedy
I
or
don't want to be out there with two birds.
you wanna be in LA? But you gotta move out here, right? I mean,
Oh no, I'd rather travel there every single weekend to perform
oh yeah.
or live there.
Well, when Schwarzenegger was governor, he would fly to LA from Sacramento. He would fly home to LA every day. He didn't want to be in Sacramento and stuff.
I understand that part. Yeah, if I could fly, I would. I would definitely fly.
A month ago, I flew to South America. I was on a plane for like 9 hours and stuff.
Uh,
What's the longest you've been on a plane?
let's see. I went from here to South Carolina, and I'm pretty sure that flight altogether was an 8 hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, being on planes that long is difficult. Like,
My butt started hurting, my back started hurting, everything started hurting, and
yeah, they need like first class for us.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
At the age of 25, I don't need arthritis pills yet. It's just rude.
Yeah, you're only 25. I mean, you got years to worry about that. Like
I
I
just,
live
I think I put my body through the ringer at a young age doing stupid stuff. That it's finally like, okay, we got to stop her now before it gets worse.
Yeah, I mean, you were on a scooter.
And the universe was like, you're never gonna do that again. You're not gonna do
No,
that again.
it
You want to
wasn't
see me
even.
on wheels? Well, you're gonna be on Walmart wheels now. So knock it off.
Oh yeah, those scooters that you like that they have at the stores.
They never have them available.
Oh, they don't.
Never have them available. They never have enough. And half the time, it's these idiotic kids that are like, "Oh yeah, I want to have fun with my friend." Bitch, get off the scooter. Just get off the scooter.
That's what I do. I like to ride that thing once in a while. I was with my aunt in a Safeway in a supermarket, and I was riding it, but I would never do that with my mom. My mom is like 5 foot, but she would like freak out and yell at me like she's no fun. But with my aunt, she thought it was the best thing ever. I'm riding around the scooter. But yeah, like I was in the metro and somebody offered me their seat. And it was the first time that somebody looked at me and thought, you're old as fuck. I'm gonna let you have my seat. And it felt weird. Like I'm like I wanted to say no, but damn it, I wanted to sit down, right? Yeah.
Use it.
That's
Use it
when
as much as you can.
yeah, that's when you know you're getting old. People are offering you seats on buses and stuff.
They calling you Mister.
They call you Mister, yeah. Like that woman who called me honey, but she never called me honey again. I was really upset. Why
It
can't
was
she call me
so
honey again?
when I went to the dispensary and they said, "Well, here you go, Mrs. Wolf," and I was like, I don't know how this makes me feel because Wolf is a maiden name, like that. I'm not married.
Oh yeah. No,
Also, I'm like, do I look old enough that I should be, like, or am I just that independent of a person that I don't look at
I
married?
don't know. You might look older and stuff. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I got my crow's feet, my wrinkles around my lips, and everything. Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Like the whole name thing and stuff. It's different for men and women. Like the
Well,
Mister, Mrs.
Mister no matter what.
The guy who does the show after me, he posted that he was in Vegas and he put wedding right on Facebook. And I asked him, "Are you getting married?" And his girlfriend like, "Nah, man. I think you would have known if we were gonna get married." They got offended that I asked them if they were getting married. You know, why are you so offended? You know.
Like, sounds like you guys don't want to be married. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like the guy just posted wedding, and I said, and he's like, "We would never get married in Las Vegas." I'm like, "What, are you gonna get married in Reno or something?" Like, why are you so offended by all that? You know?
It's not like it's a
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't want a big wedding, but I still want it to be nice.
Have you been married already, or never got married, or
Nope.
would you get married in Vegas or
Probably not.
some reservation in the desert somewhere?
I would love to get married in like the Pine Top areas, but probably outside of that, no. I just don't find it like, I don't know. Maybe it's a good tax break.
Mar-
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I killed
I'm
them.
like coffee now. I'm vaping and coffee. Yeah,
Died.
it could be a good tax break. I mean, I don't know what the tax laws are in Arizona. So, so Wolf is like your real last name, or
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Do people like make fun of you for it? Like,
No.
did they go like, "Where's Little Red Riding Hood"? No, I would.
I don't get a lot of I don't get a lot of things for my last name.
My last name is 13 letters, so people never pronounce it right.
Yeah.
They make fun of it all the time.
When
Right?
you said it at the opening, I was like, I'm not even gonna try that. Never gonna try that.
Yeah,
And at the open mics, they're like,
the first day of school, the teacher would just stare at it, and I knew when it was my turn. Because they'd be like, she would just like get silent, and I'll be like, "It's me," and they're like, "How you pronounce that?" And I'm like, "You don't pronounce it. You just stare at it and stuff."
they're like, I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how I would go as a child. I'd be like, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
I don't even know who I am.
I didn't even know how to spell my last name when I graduated from high school. I still didn't know how to spell it right, you know. Even then, I don't know how they let me graduate not knowing how to spell my last name. It's crazy.
They felt bad. They're like, yeah, your parents did this to you. I'm sorry.
I think so. I think I got lucky when I went to school. I think it's a lot harder these days. The whole
Oh
school
yeah, they have
system.
so much curriculum and new standards and ways of doing stuff. It was hard enough for me to graduate, and I still don't know how I did it. I did my whole senior year online.
Oh, did you? I barely
Yeah.
graduated. I failed English class my senior year. I had to
Okay.
go to summer school, so I didn't even go to my graduation and stuff, you know. But I had a good time in summer school because I figured out that I went to a really hard school, and it wasn't my fault. I'm just like a dumbass, you know. And I should have been in the dumbass high school. I should have been in the smart high school, you know. I was in the smart high school and stuff.
I was like, I could have been a much more excelling person if I had been diagnosed at a much younger age.
Oh yeah. I was diagnosed like I had learning disabilities and I was in special ed, but I always try to get out of it, you know, because I felt like, my dad went to Stanford, right? So I feel like I don't know what they're
They
talking
just
about.
thought it was ADHD, and then I'm like, nah, dude, there's way more problems.
Yeah. But I came to America at 7 years old. Like,
Oh, wow, okay.
so there's always that question about, is it ADHD or I'm just, I knew two languages and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I barely graduated. But so
Okay.
do you love comedy? Do you love stand up or
Do I love it?
yeah, like how do you feel
If
when you
I
get
didn't
on
love it,
stage?
I wouldn't still be going up there on crutches.
Yeah. Do you like doing new jokes?
New jokes?
Yeah, do you like I get a thrill about like thinking of new jokes and seeing if
Yeah,
they work or not.
to be able to try it out and see if we can get a new five out of it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I figured out if you say like if you get really mad over stupid stuff, you complain about it over and over, people eventually are gonna laugh. It's a weird thing. Just find something stupid and get mad about it. You know, the, like the driverless cars. They were trying to ban them, right? I don't have a license, so I thought this is the greatest thing ever. I can get a car, it can drive me around. I don't need a license. And they were trying to ban it, and I was really upset. And I kept saying, it's all these people with licenses and cars that are trying to ban the driverless cars, because they're afraid the car's gonna crash into them. Like, who cares if the car crashes into them? It's not gonna kill you. And like, it's got insurance, but people really get upset over it. And I was really upset because the driverless car is like my dream car. You don't need a license. It just
All
takes
that.
you anywhere. Yeah.
I would love a Tesla. If I could, I would definitely get an electric car.
Yeah. I I was actually my Uber. I was in the new electric Mustang the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, have you been in the electric Mustang or
No, I haven't been inside of an electric car at all.
yeah, I was on the Tesla. What Uber does is they rent out these electric cars to their drivers
Okay.
because it's cheaper. There's no gas, so
Yeah.
and it's a good deal for like Tesla and these companies because you're in their cars, so you get to look at their cars and see if they're nice or not. Yeah, and they have a new electric Mustang, which was really nice.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's like, yeah, electric cars are the way to go. But I don't think electric cars are that better for the environment. Electricity doesn't come from Earth. It doesn't come from heaven. It's energy we use.
Yeah.
What kind of car you got?
I'm in a Toyota Yaris.
Uh,
It's like a Camry and an Echo had a baby.
Out there, your licenses last forever in Arizona, don't they?
Yeah, mine's till I'm 65.
So you get one license and it's good until you're 65 and stuff?
Yeah.
I need to
They
go
said
down there
you're
and get a
supposed to get
license.
it. They recommend here to get it renewed every 5 years. Do people do that? No.
Not really.
Like they get it flipped at the age of 21 and then they're done.
Yeah, because of 21, your license changes.
But I'm thinking, like, you know what? Like, after 20 years, like, my parents didn't look the same as they did when they got their licenses.
Yeah.
And the license, obviously, the paper starts peeling, the strip starts not working. So I'm like, it's just better to probably get it renewed every 5 years, especially with the new laws that they're coming up with, because they want us to get this star in order to travel or something like that.
Yeah, that's like the national one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they tried to come out with a national ID. They wouldn't let you on the airplane without it now.
Yeah.
But I think they moved that back. But you can use a passport too. You don't need to get the national ID. If you have a passport, you can travel. But yeah, they almost did that. They put a law you couldn't be on an airplane without that ID and stuff. You know.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, it's crazy and stuff. Like Arizona seems like a funner place. Like California is like it's too restricted. You know. You
It's
feel
in the mud. Um, Arizona's pretty good, but obviously our population is increasing because people like it here.
yeah.
And every single year, like for at least 4 to 5 months, we get the snowbirds.
Yeah, you get a lot of people who are leaving like they're leaving like the snow of the Midwest and stuff. They come out there. Oh yeah, I
It's,
would. I mean,
they're the scariest drivers ever. I'm like, you guys can drive in snow, but you can't drive in traffic.
that's true. Do they get snow where you live? There's no snow nearby.
There's no what?
Is there snow nearby where you live, or
No.
are you near the Grand Canyon? Or you're not near the Grand Canyon, are you?
No, I'm in the middle of the state. I'm pretty much like 5 hours away from Cali, 5 hours away from New Mexico, five from uh, Utah, and then 5 from Mexico.
Yeah, I did that. Actually, my friend and I, we drove all the way to Texas one time from San Francisco. He actually drove. He got a brand new car. Yeah, we made our drive, went through Arizona, New Mexico. We looked for aliens. We didn't see any aliens in New Mexico. Have you seen any aliens or
Any what?
did you see aliens?
Aliens?
UFOs or
Um, not personal. I've only had one. I'm pretty sure it was just a dream, but I've only had one dream of being abducted. But outside of that, no,
do you want to be abducted or
probably not.
nah?
I like the ground now, especially now.
I have a Facebook friend. She keeps writing that she wants to be abducted by aliens.
Wow,
And,
that would be intense.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. People have strange dreams, I guess. You know? I don't know. I don't want to be abducted by anybody. I'm okay with that, you know. I'm okay
Yeah.
with not being abducted and stuff. So do you have a lot of shows coming up or
I've kind of tapered them off for the rest of the year. I have one coming up this week at Tempe Improv, and then I think I'm pretty much dry until February next year.
how do you get booked? Do you email people or do they email you?
Sometimes I'll send emails, sometimes they'll just connect with me. A lot of times, bookers come up to me and they said they found me through my promotional videos or promotional photos, and they like how I promote shows and they want to see me perform. So that's kind of what, like, the bookers aren't really there for your comedy, and it's not always about how many asses you can get in seats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's just how much are you going to care about this show as much as I do.
Yeah. Are you gonna promote it and stuff? Yeah.
Because I've had bookers say I dropped this person because they weren't promoting it, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, some people don't even list the comedians on their shows, you know, like
Oh yeah, it's not even that. Sometimes it's even worse that they don't even post it at all.
yeah, I've done comedy shows where they don't even bother to post. You know, they don't even bother to post who the comedians are. You know, there's one show where the producer doesn't even like that the audience knows that he's producing this show. He just wants to be a comedian, right? But he does double the time that the headliner does, which is weird, you know. Like, you book a headliner and then you do double the time the headliner does, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
people are weird like that. It's like it's really weird. Some people, you never really know why they're in this game, you know. Some people are just in it for the money and stuff. They get
Which
money.
I would not have gotten into this if it was for money.
Yeah, there's not a lot of money in the beginning. There's like no money in comedy. I
And
hear that
it's
sometimes they expect you to pay to do open mics.
apprenticeship. That is what my coach told me. In the beginning, this is an apprenticeship. You are doing a lot of service for little money until
Yeah.
you become a master.
So you had a comedy coach.
For a little bit, yeah.
Like what kind of coach was it?
They just do comedy classes and different things like that, and they had a one-on-one class.
Yeah, I took a stand-up comedy class in college, and our final was our performance. So we
Okay.
spent like the whole semester writing jokes. And I still do some jokes from that class, you know, but how was your class?
Um, it was very informative. Um, Unfortunately, it was like a beginner thing, so I I was asked to write a lot of clean stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I've gotten a lot better with writing clean jokes now for my sets now because I wanted to get booked more,
Yeah.
and that seems to be a lot of the criteria. Like, once you're up there, then you can say whatever you want. For now, tone it down.
Yes. I mean, if I had to, I don't even know if I could be clean. Like, I think some people just look clean and they sound like they're clean and they can be dirty and they're gonna still think that these people are clean. And there are other people that don't even swear at all, and people will tell you, no, that person's dirty because they look dirty. You know, I don't look clean at all. You know, people just
Yeah.
assume that I'm gonna swear, and I don't even think I'm that dirty. You know, like. But clean comedy, I know people who make careers doing cruise ship comedy, and you got to be extremely clean there, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to be clean. Some people just try and aim
Corporate
for,
events, for private gigs,
yeah, like
different
corporate
things like
gigs
that.
and
That's
stuff.
what
Yeah.
you look for, unfortunately.
Have you had any hecklers? Have you had problems with hecklers or?
Every once in a while, not anything too chaotic. I've only had one really bad incident, and that was it.
What did you tell that person?
Um, I He was super drunk, so I said, "Good thing that um, the only way that you're going to be protected tonight is by being a passenger princess kind of thing."
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure he fucks raw.
I like hecklers. You know, I study them.
I don't do enough to cause heckling,
Oh yeah.
but the only reason why he was heckling me is when he was heckling, he was like, "Where's the punchline? Women aren't funny." So it was just like having one of those internet comment trolls that I have on my videos, and I'm like, "You had time for this?"
Yeah, like there's some comedy shows where they only book one female comedian. Like I never
Oh, all
understood
the
that.
time,
Huh?
all the time.
Yeah, like why you gotta have a
And
quota
whenever they bring
system?
me up for the all male lineups, I'm like, "Don't worry, you're not losing any testosterone tonight, guys."
I know. I mean, yeah. Do you feel weird being the only female on a comedy lineup? Or
No,
do
I
you
feel
even
like
think about that? Or
I feel like I'm proving a point that
yeah,
comedians do deserve to be, and I don't care if it's me being a token female or whatever,
Yeah,
but it's also proving the point that, hey, I was chosen out of this male lineup.
yeah. I
I have
mean,
a
the whole
perspective that
token
they want.
female is weird. Yeah, I never understood that. Like, why? You know,
And then do all female shows.
how do you like the all-female shows? Or,
Um, Occasionally I do. There is some good ones that I have really enjoyed, but I think there hasn't really been a time where I haven't enjoyed being on a show.
yeah, yeah. Like the whole quota system. Like it kind of just sucks. Like I think comedians are comedians. Like, I mean, I got a disability. But I don't
Yeah.
like the disability comedy shows. I know people who do
Do they do that
disability.
there?
Huh?
Do they do that there?
Yeah, there's a whole tour. There's a whole disability comedy tour. And
Wow.
it's like, yeah, I'm just a comedian. I'm not a disabled comedian. But there's
Yeah.
some people that they try and push that angle, thinking it's gonna get me booked. And I've never really been comfortable with that. Yeah, there's disability comedy tours. There's disabled comedy shows. There's all that stuff. Anything, anything you can think about. You got your LGBTQ tour.
I
Your
understand that. I
yeah.
just
But yeah, the
wait till we
disability
have some.
comedy
We
shows.
have
Yeah.
the drug addict comedy tour.
Huh?
We have a drug addict comedy tour.
Oh
Something
yeah,
like
the
that.
drug yeah. The drug, yeah.
We just don't need it. I'm like, the funniest thing is they have the statement of comedy brings us together, laughter brings us together. But as soon as you're doing comedy, it divides everyone.
Yeah, it divides people, yeah.
So I'm confused by that because that's all I want to do. I just want to bring a bunch of people laughter and have a good time, enjoy myself. If I was doing it for the money, I would have been a stripper instead.
Yeah.
But
Out here now they're making people pay to do open mics. Do they do that down there? Like you gotta pay
they just
money?
started trying to do that with 2 open mics, and a bunch of comedians were like, well, we'll just go to the other ones that are free then.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that. Like now you gotta pay.
You
I
got
mean,
to pay to perform, and then typically they expect you to buy something inside of the venue.
yeah, the 2 drink minimum and
So I'm like,
stuff.
how can I want to support and perform, but it's also like, why am I going to waste all of that time and effort?
Yeah, I did the San Jose Improv one time, and I drank like 5 Red Bulls because they
Well,
kept.
don't you guys have the bringer shows at the improv and all that, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. That wasn't. I don't know. They have bringer shows. Yeah, they do those type of things. Yeah, like out here in San Francisco, we got the big clubs of the Punchline and Cobb's, which are the part of Live Nation. You got the Improv in San Jose. There's Tommy T's, which is near Oakland. But
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of those shows, they just give you a bunch of tickets, right? And they're like, well, bring people.
Yeah, they give you the free tickets, and if they say your name and stuff like that,
Oh,
then
yeah,
they
they got your name printed out and stuff, yeah. And
say your name at the door and you'll get in for free.
I never been good at bringer shows. I've never, like, been able to bring out a,
Because with a bringer show, the only, like, obviously posting your shows is a good idea. Always promote yourself and do that.
mhm,
But there's so much boots on the ground with those, especially when you're starting out.
yeah. I saw one comedian on Facebook. He was talking about, like, it's not a requirement that you promote a show. Like, if you're on a show and you're not the headliner, You're not required to like promote it, you know.
That's dumb.
Well, some people have bad shows, you know. Not every show is a great show.
But every show could be a great show if you promote every single one of them.
Yeah. But some people don't make it easy for you to promote the show, you know. They don't.
Are you talking about like their flyers and stuff?
Yeah, they're flyers. They don't put out flyers with names on it.
Then you make your own. That's what I had
Yeah,
to do with my competition one. I made my own.
yeah. Are you like? Do you like doing all that kind of stuff? Doing your own flyers, and are you good
Uh,
with computers or?
if it's gonna make me get noticed and gonna get me more bookings, absolutely. That's what people don't understand in this. Unfortunately, jokes are 10% of comedy. Obviously, you gotta learn how to be on the stage and your stage presence and how to talk, but 50% of it is business. And a lot of people don't want to do the business work aspect of it. And even if they give you a shitty flyer, you can make a better one.
Yeah, you make your own flyer, you know. Do you,
Yeah.
have you built up like a big following, or do you have like
Across
Instagram?
all platforms right now, I have 7,000 followers.
Yeah, you got a lot more than I do, and so yeah.
I've been slowly growing it. I try and get like more real followers than just a lot of these bot followers.
Yeah.
Uh, because sometimes a video will pop off and a bunch of people will try to follow you from it, and they'll just be the stupid little bot followers that end up popping off like 10 days afterwards. They leave your following anyways. So it's really about building a real following, and unfortunately, in order to do that, you have to post at least 3 to 5 times a week at minimum.
So what's your favorite platform? I mean, is it Instagram,
Um,
TikTok?
Instagram has my most followers right now, and Facebook probably would be my second. I don't do too much on TikTok just because there's so many glitches and so many issues that they are always having. Right now, my page looks absolutely atrocious because they keep on saving a different thumbnail to my videos. So I'm like taking like a 2 week break just to get that situated. And yeah,
Yeah, TikTok is complicated. I've never really figured it out well. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
use CapCut to make all of my clips for all of my platforms. And
Alright.
then I finish editing them in that platform. Like I'll use the captions that they have generated for that platform
Which one is
because
it, or what is it
huh?
called? What is it called that you use, or?
The app CapCut. So it's CAPCUT.
Oh, okay, so is that like an easier platform to use, or?
It's just easier to be able to share on there, make a project, make clips accordingly, and then finish editing in the other.
Yeah, because on Instagram you can, when you make your videos, you can make it look like, you know, you're on fire and all these crazy things.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
started wondering, like,
that's already your content, don't do that. Like if you're gonna start with that content, stick with that content.
yeah, because
Because
I was trying to figure out how do I get my podcast like that instead of the video that you see now of me. I want to be on fire the whole time, or I want to have it all like different things.
either you can do that with a Zoom or you could do it with is it StreamYard? I think it's StreamYard.
So
And
you
yeah,
can also add filters on our program, and you can turn your face into a lizard or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a lot funner. I've always been paranoid about my voice or how I look. But when on Instagram, you can just make yourself look all crazy and stuff. I didn't realize you could do all that. Like, that's funny
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. What do you just use? Do you use any filters on your videos or?
I try not to. Most of my videos are of stand up, and I've made a couple jokes about my injury on there just to keep relevant in my feed because my feed looks very healthy right now. I'm usually capping at least over 1,000 views every video.
There you go.
That's pretty.
This is what we could do to you.
That
Just
is
want to
pretty.
show you what's going on. There you go.
That's pretty
Yes.
cool. I like that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's me on stage eating shit.
Oh yeah. Do you have like a camera or use your phone to film? Some comedians I know have really expensive like equipment just to film their stand up.
I'm looking into it just so that I can, because I want better quality videos. I want a good, healthy following on my social media, and I want my stand-up to look really good.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these comedians have really expensive cameras now.
Like I use my phone camera most of the time unless they have somebody filming.
Yeah.
But I'll use my little lapel mic.
Yeah, some clubs actually try and sell you the video. Do they do that at the improv or
So they sell it, yeah.
they sell a video of your set to you
Mhm.
like you're at Disneyland?
Here, if you spend $20 to $30 on your own material, we'll give it to you.
Yeah. So have you done the improv a lot of times or?
No, this will be my second time there.
Do they have an open mic there or?
No, they don't.
Because they got one in San Jose, but
They do we call them the showcases here, but I guess it is technically the open mic where they sign up and it's a bring your show.
no, out there they give you like 3 minutes for the open mic and stuff. And
Jeez.
I know somebody they cut her off at minute and a half because they didn't think she was telling any jokes. They just cut her off. They're like, ah, enough of you. 3 minutes is
happens.
not a lot, you know. Like, I mean, can you actually build your comedy at 3 minutes at a time, or
Yeah,
can you?
I would say the best round rule is you need laughter at least every 20 seconds.
Yeah. Do you edit jokes in your head, or do you just write it down?
I edit them in my head. I write them down. Sometimes I edit while on stage. Sometimes I'll find a different word that I'm like, that'll work better next time. And then when I'm done with my show, if I've recorded it, I don't watch it right away. I wait 24 hours for me to mold over the show, what I thought about it, and then I'll review the actual jokes and actual response.
Yeah, because I was talking about how I was at McDonald's and I saw a pregnant woman at McDonald's.
Mhm.
And I got really offended, you know, like, I don't think pregnant women should be at McDonald's, you know. And as a joke, I said maybe she should have an abortion.
And
you
I'm
know?
surprised she didn't grab herself a Happy Meal as well. You
Yeah,
know?
she probably did, but
And who knows? Maybe she wasn't pregnant. Maybe she was just fat.
oh no, she was pregnant. Like, she wasn't
Now,
fat.
let her be. Let her be her
She was like
freaking
a skinny.
pregnant. How
She
much
was a,
it sucks to be pregnant.
she's a skinny pregnant. Like, did you
Well, I
like
wanna-
being pregnant, or did you like when you were pregnant? Did you enjoy it, or not at
No,
all?
I was young.
Were you
I'm
like
not-
sick, or were you sick the whole time, or?
No, I didn't really get sick at all. It was pretty nice to not be
Do you
sick all the
want more
time.
children, or? No, you think one's enough, right?
One is enough. I'm one and done.
Because you're young. I mean, you're only 25. In 10 years, you could have another one.
I'm already 25. Those are my milking years. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, my
Master now.
brother and his wife had kids when they were late in their 30s, so
Nope, not
Some
gonna do
people
it.
wait. Like, yeah, I don't have
That's,
any children and stuff.
that's what. That's what my man's getting for his Christmas. He's getting a vasectomy. I'm over it.
Oh, really? My dad got a vasectomy, but he got remarried and he wanted a daughter because
Mm,
it's only me and my brother. So later on, I don't know if he wishes he didn't get it or because he got it after I was born, you know. Actually, they thought I was gonna be a girl. They had a girl's name picked out for me. I was supposed to be Carola, like the car, Carola. That was supposed to be my name and stuff, man. It's kind of weird when your mom wanted a daughter and she had a son because
it
I think it's
happens.
kind of weird, you know, like she like puts the expectations on you that she wouldn't, you know, like she wanted to dress me in dresses and stuff. I'm like, I'm a boy, don't put me in dresses just because you
Right.
wanted a daughter and stuff, you know, but yeah, my dad had a vasectomy, but I think he kind of later on, I think he kind of felt weird about it, you know, like I don't know. You can change the. Can you
Hmm.
get? Can you go back and stuff?
Yeah.
Because
Depends on how you have it done.
your boyfriend doesn't have any kids on his own, does he? Does he have children?
No, and he don't want none.
He doesn't want any, but it's like, yeah,
Oh,
I'm 51. I would never have that done. Like I'm like, you just never know, you know. I could end up rich with a hot 20-year-old wife, you know, like she wants to
yeah,
have.
and I'd like to enjoy that hot 20-year-old wife.
Yeah,
That's,
you know what I'm
that's,
saying? Like, look at Al Pacino. He's in his 80s and he's a father again, you know, like.
and you think that she's still gonna be, she's still gonna be the most gorgeous thing on the planet?
I don't know if you're like 80 and you got a 20-year-old wife. Like, I don't think you
How are
care.
you gonna be a dad at the age of 80?
I don't know. I don't think they want.
I know that
They
a
didn't plan
lot of
on being a
times they
father.
expect the female to just do everything, but it's not like that anymore.
No, but women see money. They don't care how old you are. They probably prefer you to be old as hell and rich. They might think he might be gone in 5 years. I'll get all the money, and now I have his child. You know, there was a tennis player, a German tennis player named Boris Becker, and he said that some woman gave him a blowjob in the bathroom, and 9 months later, she had his child, and I'm like, I never had sex with you. How the hell did you get pregnant? Well, she took the semen from her mouth and put it in her vagina and got pregnant. You know.
Oh my
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's like, I never had sex with you. You gave me a blowjob in the bathroom of a restaurant. How the hell did you get pregnant with my baby? He had the test, and it turns out it was his baby because she she thought, you're a rich tennis player, right? I want your baby, goddamn it, you know. At the end,
No,
he ended up going to he ended up going to like jail because of taxes and stuff. But she had no idea, you know.
no.
So what?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I just wouldn't want to bring them into that mess.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy like that, you know. It's all crazy. So you got any new jokes for your improv show or
I got a couple that I'll probably throw in there, but most of it's pretty my set list.
tell me your best joke?
Oh,
When people ask you if you're a comedian, what joke do you tell them, you know?
are you gonna pay me?
god.
Do they pay you and stuff?
I hear you get paid as a
They're
comedian.
not gonna get the joke unless they pay me.
What's the
Are
most?
you gonna fill up the gas in my car for free?
Hell
It
Or
yeah!
am I gonna go to your work
does.
while you're working, Chris?
Actually, I used to work at a gas station, you know, but I never let my friends fill up for free. And back in those days, that wasn't even electronic. It was all boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah, that's true. What's the most you've been paid for a comedy show?
Um, My most was 15 minutes for $130.
That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty
I
good.
mean,
So,
for less than 2 years in, I can't complain.
yeah.
Because some people have been doing this for 2 years and they haven't even seen a booked stage before.
Yeah, it's true. Like some people can do for years and it's hard to get paid, like yeah, it's crazy. So what are your comedy dreams? Like where do you see yourself going?
Um,
Do you see yourself in New York or LA or even Vegas?
I don't want to move.
I mean
I I want to make Phoenix a hotspot as well. I know a lot of people are like, let's go to Texas and let's go to LA and
yeah, like
let's go to
Austin
New
is
York.
hot right now. Yeah.
But I'm like, I would rather travel to those places because I just don't like the areas that they're in. Some of them are really sketchy, scary areas.
Like the Bay Area, like San
Hmm.
Francisco's gone real sketchy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of scary out here. People don't like being outside here.
You're trying to keep me on my toes with the light, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to like make it to where my skin's not bright white for you.
Right. So this is what you look like with me color correcting, and then here's me not color correcting. Hold on. There.
Okay.
So it's pretty dark.
Here, let's see if I can do it from back here.
And then I can adjust. Once you get to wherever you're at, I can adjust. But go ahead with your conversation. That's just part of my job.
There. Is that better?
We'll
little
find
bit.
out in a minute. We'll find out in a minute.
You need like the light I have over here that changes colors.
That's what I'm saying. You have the gorgeous lighting.
Thank
I
you.
know. How much is this machine, the lighting machine you got here?
It's like $100, man.
I-
But I'm also, I think Keely's talking about me adjusting hers.
Oh, okay. I was like, because we got a lighting thing
'Cause
behind
that's
it.
better. That's
Yeah, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. You did a great job. I'm
Thank
proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate. So,
Do- Would you ever have your own podcast? Have you thought about having a podcast or?
I have a couple times, but like I said, I would like to have the equipment that you have before I start anything.
Well, yeah, this equipment. Actually, this place has 2 studios in it. It's really nice.
Mm.
I mean,
Because the last podcast I was in that I got filmed with and I was in studio with, the producer quit and I never got any of that footage and it was never posted or anything. And I was so
oh,
frustrated. I was like, you wasted my time.
nah,
I drove all the way there. You filmed me,
oh,
my material, and then you quit not even a week before it's supposed to be produced.
well, here's the great thing about our studios is that all these guys host or log into their social medias. So like right now, he's currently streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Africa TV. But
Yeah.
you can simulcast up to 10 different channels simultaneously. And then,
Wow.
of course, it's streaming live. And then, of course, once we hit end, it resides on all his pages because it's his content. Therefore, it's his property.
yeah. If you go into my Facebook page, the video is gonna be there. The whole 2 hours of the show. So
And for the last, 40 podcasts? So there's 30 from season 1 and 10 from this season.
yeah, so it's all up there. All you gotta do to find this show is just go to my Facebook page, and it's gonna
Yeah, I think that's what I did last time.
yeah, it's
That
already posted up there. I think it's posted live, so you don't have a problem with that. There's a lot of sketchy producers like, give me $100 and I'll give you your footage and stuff. Like, that's just terrible.
You own
It
it.
was-
You should be able to have it.
luckily I didn't have to pay. It was somebody else's podcast, but I'm pretty sure that's why that guy left because he wasn't getting his payments.
Yeah, it's all sketchy, but This place is like the best. Like the studio is really nice. You
Yeah.
know, they got 2 studios. I do like the show once a week. You know, it's a good thing and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good deal. You should move out to the Bay Area and do your show here. No.
Nope, not gonna happen.
you
I'm
could always,
in
you could always do that and stuff.
very, very sweet spot where I don't pay any bills.
Oh, okay, I hear you.
So I'm happy in my little shell here,
Yeah.
and I'll travel when I want.
Yeah, I live in a place like that. It's called living with mom. I don't pay any bills either. I should pay some bills, but you
Yeah,
know,
you should be helping with the rent at least, bro.
I mean, there's no rent. My mom has a condo. The
Oh,
trouble
okay.
is, these condos, this condo, they make you pay like 1,400 a month just in dues because there's like 2 golf courses where I live. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
they gotta, but it's not my fault. You know, I never chose to live on a golf course.
Yeah.
Both of my parents live right next to golf courses, and they don't even play golf. It's kind of sad, you know. It's almost like I should learn just 'cause I'm there, you know. But it's like you spend hours on a golf course. I would do it if I could ride a little car around, but
Yeah, one of the little golf carts. Yeah.
yeah, I would never like walk a golf course for hours just to hit a ball around and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy and stuff. So what you got planned for the year? Do you have a New Year's Eve show planned already or you got
No,
Christmas
I'm
shows?
going in easy and slow this year.
Oh yeah. So how
I'm not
long until you start like you get to skateboard again? No?
uh so I'm just going into 9 months post-op. So I will have probably at least 3 more weeks until I'm fully putting all of my weight on it.
Oh yeah. But you'll
Hmm.
be able to walk with no problem or
I will probably have problems for the rest of my life.
do you have like metal screws in your leg or
Yeah, I had surgery on both sides of my ankle, and I have 9 screws, a plate, and a wire.
can you go through a metal detector or without sounding or
Probably not, but I'm just gonna go through there and I'm gonna have a tiny little screwdriver and say, "Give me a second, a screw's loose."
one of my friends had back surgery and he had a screw put in his back and he told me that they got to go in there because he broke the screw. And I'm like,
Um,
how much sex are you having that you broke a screw in your back, you know? How do you break a screw? Like, I don't even know. I knew he had a screw
I'll
loose, but
do it.
breaking a screw, I never knew you could break one of those screws because I got one in my foot and one in my knee. I'm
Hmm.
like, you can't break those things? Like, that's just nuts.
Yeah, unfortunately, and sometimes if the vertebrae's healing a certain way, they can break. Um,
So where
Sometimes calcium, different things like that.
where can we find your social media? What are your social medias? What's your
Uh,
Instagram?
yeah, everything's at killer.keeley. Killer just like the murderer, and dot Keeley, Keeley.
Keely Wolf, Instagram, TikTok, and your shows at the Tempe
Improv.
Improv on Thursday and stuff. Yeah.
Wednesday, hump
Oh,
day.
Wednesday. Yeah. Are you excited? Like,
I'm super excited. I'm ready to perform to over 300 people. I'm terrified, but I'm excited.
is there gonna be 300 people there? Is that how big is that improv? Is that big or?
I'm pretty sure it fills up to 400, but I could be wrong.
Is that like the biggest audience you ever had or
This time, yes, this will be my biggest audience that I've ever had.
that's great. Like yeah.
And somehow it seems easier. I like a big audience. I don't have to beg. I
Yeah.
just say something and they're like, "Oh my god, you're so funny." I'm like, "Thank you. This
I've
is so
hosted
much
at the
easier."
Improv a couple times. I hosted a couple times. Have you
Oh
hosted
yeah.
shows before? Or
Have I what?
have you hosted shows before?
Yeah, I used to produce a couple shows. Last year I did,
Do
but
you like
I
hosting or
I
no?
don't like producing.
You don't like
I, I I'm not a I'm not a good producer. I'm a great host, but um, trying to keep a bunch of comedians all aligned. Half of them don't want to promote the show, and then they yell at you, and they're like, "Why is there nobody at the show?" And I'm like, "That's why I have you on the lineup so that you can bring people as well."
Yeah,
They're not like they're not gonna come to my show just because I'm producing it.
no.
People want to see my set.
Yeah.
I have a show. So I did become very selfish this year, and I said no. I want to build my career before I start helping others do it.
That's the way it should be, like booking
Like,
shows
don't get
is
me wrong, I
hard.
support them, and I will share their flyers, and I will be supportive and try to be at a show. But outside of that, I just can't run around with a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Well, no, you can't even run around because, you had surgery and stuff. And did you have a boot on for a while, or
Still
even
got the boot.
you still got the boot and stuff? Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. How long are you gonna have the boot on for?
Probably by the time that I'm starting to walk, and then I'll have it on for a couple more weeks after that, because right now I'm just in a non-weight bearing boot, and now that I'm starting to put weight on in this boot, they're probably going to give me a walking boot on Wednesday, which will be kind of cool to have an actual walking boot to go on stage with.
Yeah. It's a lot easier when you can walk around. Like, I think leg injuries are the worst. I think I'd rather break my arm than break my foot because you break your leg or your foot, like you can't walk. But you got a broken arm, you can go anywhere and stuff.
Yeah, you can still do things. It's
That's
very frustrating.
that's great. Yeah, we're about to finish. You got any last words or
I think we've covered everything and then some.
yeah? Are you gonna come to San Francisco at all? You got any future plans of coming out here?
Maybe someday. It's kind of a far drive, so might take an airplane up there. I haven't been up there in a couple of years, maybe 8 years now.
Yeah, if you ever get down here to do a show, you should let us know and stuff.
I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedy shows out here and stuff.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being on, Keely.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on the Junkyard Rat show and stuff. You been your
Absolutely.
This is your second time. Did you have a good time or?
Always.
Yeah. Did you like the last video? What did you think of the last video we did?
I think it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What do you think of podcasts? Do you like them or?
I would definitely love to get better equipment for them, especially if there's going to be recordings.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he's just gonna call me over Messenger, and I can just look like garbage. But it's the Junk Rat show for a reason, so I guess I'm the Junkyard Rat tonight.
Well, if you could do your show, you could have a show here and just do it over Messenger if you wanted to. You could do that one day. If you ever want to do that, let us know. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for being on, Keely.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good time at the improv, the Tempe Improv. Go Sun Devils and stuff.
Hell yeah, I got you.
Oh, see you later.
See ya.
Bye.